Feels good right now.
It's breezy
Yeah.
right now.
I'm Sharaz,
And I'm Kiran.
and we met on Muzz in 2021.
I joined Muzz in August 2020, and I joined because I was at a point in my life where I was considering marriage more seriously at that point, and a few friends had convinced me to give Muzz a try, and I'm really glad that I did. I liked how Muzz connected so many different Muslims across the world and allowed you to filter through everyone based on your personal preferences.
I felt like I was mature enough to find a future wife, and I'm glad that I found that in Kiran. So I made the first move on Muzz. I messaged her and I told her she has a beautiful smile, and that's how we got it started. The first thing I noticed about Kiran on her profile was her smile, but my favorite thing was that she put religion first and she made that obvious.
He had a nice long list of what he was looking for in his future spouse, and that told me that he has seriously put a lot of thought into his future marriage and what he wants in his wife, and that showed me his level of maturity and seriousness.
My family knew I was on Muzz because I told them that I wanted to find someone to be my future wife, and they were okay with that, and I'm glad that they were.
Our first meeting was 2 months after we connected on Muzz, and Sharaz had flown out to Miami to come see me.
And it was her idea to grab sushi, and even though I'm not a big fan, I'm glad I did because I got to know her. I noticed her smile just like I noticed on the app, and I also felt her warm personality, which made me feel very comfortable.
I first noticed how tall he is, but I also noticed how kind he is and how there was a sense of peace and everything just felt natural. We got engaged 2 months after we connected on Muzz. We had a very small, intimate family gathering.
I met Kiran's parents the day we got engaged, and her mom was very kind and her dad was very laid back and sweet, and I'm glad I got to meet them.
I got to meet his parents and 2 of his brothers, and they were all very sweet and welcoming.
I realized Kiran was the right one for me because I didn't have to compromise any of my values, and she made me comfortable going forward with the marriage process.
And after just 2 months of talking, I realized that we were both on the same page with our values, and we both wanted the same future together.
I had to go back to the Caribbean for medical school in January, so I told Kiran, let's hurry up and plan our wedding so she can join me.
Which is why we only had 2 months to plan the entire wedding, but alhamdulillah, with the support of our family and friends, we were able to make it happen. His parents called me to plan a surprise for his maño, which was happening here in California. They called me, they said that they want to fly me out, surprise Sharaz at his event because he had no idea that I was going to be there. So my mom and I joined the plan, we planned our trip, and the entire time he had no idea that I was going to be at the maño, even though he kept telling me, I wish you were here, I wish you could come.
She's good at texting, but during this time she was ghosting me a little bit, she was being a little cold, and I was like, what's going on?
I did have a 6-hour flight, so I couldn't really text him.
The event happened, and people are doing their festivities, and they're coming into the door, and then all of a sudden I see her, and I was so shocked, and I was so happy, and I didn't know what to say, and my mouth was open for like a whole hour. I didn't know what to say, but yeah, it was great. Our nikah and our wedding reception was the same day. What was funny was when I signed the papers, I didn't know I had to walk through this little flower curtain thing.
Oh.
And so like my uncle and my dad and my brothers are coming to hug me. She's sitting there waiting for me. I didn't know I was supposed to walk through and like take her dupatta off and all that stuff. She's just sitting there waiting.
And me with all the aesthetic vision in my head, and he's gonna walk through.
And then her bobby comes up to me. She's like, oh, you have to go through the thing. I'm like, oh, okay.
They all jumped on stage. There was a crowd of people, and I'm just there he's supposed to come. My piece of advice to Muslims on Muzz would be to ask all the important questions in the very beginning because time is very valuable, and that's exactly why we got married 4 months later.
Be the person you want to be before getting on Muzz so that you can meet the expectations of your future spouse and they can also meet your expectations. I feel great being married to Kiran. She's my best friend. She brings peace to my life, and she makes me happy every single day.
I always say that getting married is the biggest life-changing moment in someone's life, and I'm so thankful that I made the right decision. I feel like I live with my best friend every single day. We have so much fun together, and I'm just excited for the future that we're building together.
I love you because you bring stability to my life, and you bring peace to my life, and there's no one else I'd rather love than you.
I love you because you're a kind person. You always take care of your family and friends. You're genuine, and I see every day that you're striving to be a better person, a better Muslim, and you're working hard for our future.
Something beautiful.